specifically? What's the main idea of this?
It's,
Empathy?
You
it's
said
about
empathy?
how we
Not empathy.
understand the patients. Um,
Okay,
to,
Martha's saying about how we understand the patient. So this is here, understand.
maybe non-verbal
There is a
communication.
non-verbal side. So non-verbal means, guys, non-speaking. Some non-speaking signs. We need to respond to non-speaking signs, but we'll talk about that later. Mary, this is a hard question. Can you make what's the main idea? Not the specifics, but like in general, what's it talking about? Talita, Sefa.
It's not the gathering information.
It's similar to gathering,
Yeah.
okay? But it's not gathering. It's similar.
Yeah, it's our ability as a doctors to be able to like notice this patient some worries, concerns, and like to talk about them, and after that to respond to their concerns.
Okay, I like this. The worries, concerns. It could also be like, let's say
Eliciting.
feelings. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Is to find out how patient is feeling.
Yeah, and maybe even opinions as well. Okay. So you're able to, now you said notice. Is that what you said there? Notice. You said no. I suppose notice, able to notice, but also Mary,
Pick up on.
pick up. I would say find out as well.
Find out. Yeah.
Notice,
Aware of maybe.
obtain, yeah, be aware of. Guys, this is all about noticing, finding out, being aware of how the patient feels or the opinion of the patient. Okay. Now, who's studied this before? Come on, I know loads of people. Mary, lots of times. Hussein, lots of times. Rima. Who's studied this before? Lots of people, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into groups. Okay. And you guys, people who know already what this is, I want you guys to teach the people who don't know. Does that make sense, everyone?
Yes.
So what is IPP? There are three. OET have three specific things that they say we can do. Remember, the main idea is to get the feelings and opinions of the patient. Okay, so there's three things that OET are saying you can try to do in order to get the feelings or the opinions of the patient. Okay, Hussein, Mary, Farid, these guys already know. What I'm going to do, therefore, is put you into groups and you're going to discuss what the three things are for about 5 minutes, maybe less. Okay. Rooms are opening now. Go into groups, discuss. Do you remember what are the three things? I think some people will know already. Okay, so go into the groups and I'll wait here. Okay. Yeah, sure. If anyone's not in the group, I can put you in. Who's having problems joining? Fareed, Erzat, Moses. So Fareed, I'll move you. Should work. Erzat, Moses, Sefa. Where are you guys? Sefa, try this one. And Erzat. Still waiting for Alain. Okay, so who's this?
It's me, Erzat.
Ah, so Erzat. I'll try again. Everyone is in the rooms already, but you need to look on your computer. Do you see a message? Maybe underneath? No? All right. Oh, yeah, it's worked. So Ada, I'll put, what group were you in, Ada? Hey, Ada, what
Sorry,
group?
what did you just say?
Okay. What group were you in before?
Okay.
Do you remember the number? Room number? No?
Another room. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Okay, so a few people returning. Yeah, let's bring everyone back. 1 second. Okay, guys, can I ask you all to return to the main room, please? And we'll go through the answers. Okay, Tasnim, Moses, Fareed, Aisha. Is it Aisha? Asya? I think maybe you're...
Yeah.
Asya, have we chatted before?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, well, did you manage to have a chat about this?
Sorry, in our group we didn't chat because we all knew. No one knows.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So that's all right then, because you're gonna learn now. Okay.
Okay.
And then trust me, you will become very bored with this because you will understand it perfectly. I promise. Okay, so a few groups, maybe I thought there would be at least one person in every group, but one group, no. Let's go through this. This is easy, guys. So we're going to start off with Amanda. Are you here today? Hello, is Amanda here?
Yes, hello.
Oh, welcome, Amanda. How are you doing at the moment?
Muy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú?
You bad. Does everyone here know Amanda, teacher at SET?
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
I
So
know.
she's going to be coming in at, I guess, different points during the week,
Yes.
helping you guys in the groups. She also does one-to-one. So if you are interested in any one-to-one with Amanda, get in touch. Now, I'm going to test Amanda. Do you know B1? Just joking.
Do you know, to tell the honest truth, I never know exactly which order they are in. I have to
can never
admit.
remember myself, but I'm not being fair. but let me test Hussein then, because
There's Hussein.
you will know it, but maybe it's B2, B1, which one is which. Okay, it doesn't matter. But Hussein, do you remember what B1 is?
Yeah, it was eliciting, prospective, and patient's idea.
eliciting. Guys, look at this. Eliciting
And exploring the patient's idea. Huh?
ideas, concerns, and expectations. Okay. Now, what does that mean? Let's make this more simple. Let's summarize this. I'm going to ask for, how about Talita? Can you say hello?
Hello, Alan.
What does eliciting mean? What does it mean, eliciting?
Like
Go on.
get them to talk.
Get them to talk.
Yeah.
Is that right, guys? Get them to talk is eliciting.
Almost.
I think yes. Okay. And in one word, we can say, I'm going to say ask.
No.
Ask.
Ask. Yes.
Ask a question. How are you feeling today? What do you think about this treatment? Why do you think you are having problems? Okay, so it's about asking for ideas, concerns, and expectations. Okay, I'm making this simple today. So what about B2? I'm going to try Bishnu. It's just completely random. Christina, Martha, Tasnim. What is B2? What do OET want?
Aslihan, do you
To
wanna...
notice the patient's
Yeah, go on. That's exactly right. Say it again.
to notice about patient's cues.
Exactly. Cues. You got it. You got it. So picking up, that means notice. I'm going to change it. That's even better. So notice cues. What is a cue? Rima. Pew, Tasnim, Talita.
Respond. Signs, maybe.
I would say sign.
Signs, the cues,
Signs, signal, maybe.
symptoms. Also.
So a
Voice
cue.
on.
Pick up on the patient.
Yeah, so pick up is just to notice. Okay. And a cue is a sign. So Amanda, can you give me an example of cues that
Yes.
you know, when you're doing your one-to-ones, what do you do sometimes to see if they will notice?
Yeah. So sometimes we're doing like a heart attack card, and
Yeah.
then I will I'll have no symptoms of heart attack. And I'll be like, oh gosh, I think I'm having a heart attack because my head hurts or something like that.
So that first sound you made, though, let's just focus on that. That first sound was
Help me.
These sounds of pain, that would be a sign that you have to respond to. Okay, does that make sense, guys? So if the patient is going, you cannot just ignore that. Does that make sense, everyone?
Yes.
Don't ignore sounds of pain. Also, what about if you feel bored or anxious? What sounds do we make when we feel bored or anxious, guys?
Oh, like
Like
that.
that.
Do that again, man.
Oh, it's
Or-
Alan
or-
again.
Oh,
what do we call it when we do this? What's that?
you are boring. Boring. You are bored.
Boring or annoying
that.
as well. Annoying.
Yeah.
Begins with F. What's the noise that Alan did?
We call this a
Sign.
Try and spell
sigh.
that one.
Sigh.
Yeah, I'm thinking about how I spell this now. A sigh. Okay. So,
See. Oh.
it's breathing, isn't it? Breathing. Okay, we can just say breathing. So pain sounds, breathing sounds, strong breathing sounds. These are signs that the patient is not happy. Does that make sense, guys? So you must not ignore that in the exam. You must not ignore it. What does ignore mean? Guys, what does it mean, ignore?
Don't pay attention.
Yeah.
Like
Avoid. You not avoid.
avoid it, yeah. Not like
No
just
attention.
Not pay
Yeah.
attention.
Don't pay attention to it. Like just ask your question. Like, oh, you know, how often do you take medication? Don't do that. Okay, another thing. This would be non-verbal. Is there verbal, Mary? Are there verbal cues as well? These are like non-language.
It's can be tone of voice. For example, if I ask, have I been clear? And patients say, yeah, something like that. It sounds
Yeah.
that it's not.
That's a great example, actually.
So I don't know how to spell this, but like, yes, yeah.
Hesitation.
Yeah, hesitation, tone of voice. Rima, hesitating. These are all non-verbal. There
Yes.
is verbal signs as well, though. What might be a sign? They're not saying it directly, but they give you a verbal sign. Like, guys, what if I say, "Will there be needles?"
Maybe the patient
Hesitation.
afraid of needles.
Go on, Rima. Give us another example. So this would be verbal sign. Will there be needles? He's worried about needles. Anything else? What kind of things might we say?
Yes, we are saying, for example, that like treatment option is surgery, and patients say surgery like this.
Surgery? Yeah, exactly. Surgery?
Maybe echoing or repeating words.
Yeah, I never thought of that, Rima, but I guess patient echoing.
Yeah, patient echoing.
Patient echoing could be a sign that there's a problem. So, guys, I think this is a very good thing. In OET, it's a very good thing. They are saying you need to do your job. Your job is to notice when the patient is not okay. You should respond. Don't be like a robot and just continue with your activities, okay? All right, what about B3? Anyone? B3. Priyanka. Olesia. Medine. B3?
Yes. It has to be explanation here. We have used written words.
It's to do with explanations. You're explaining, and you guys, what am I doing? If you look at the screen, does anyone remember this? What am I doing?
Connection.
Yeah, let me give an example. As you mentioned earlier,
You said before
that you are afraid of needles. Now, don't worry. Okay? So this is during an explanation. This is what OET say, guys. Relating explanations to elicited concerns and expectations. Again, let's make this more simple. Christina, can you say hello? Let's make this more simple. What does that mean, really? Can you give me the main idea of that? What is the main idea?
It's like recap information which
Okay, information. Let's say connecting information. Yeah, connecting information to what? Anyone?
to previous
Previous what, guys? Previous. This is what OET say, but that's not very clear. So I am saying it's like this: connecting info or explanations, right, to previous concerns. So, for example, you might say, "Okay, let me explain." But you mentioned earlier that blah blah blah. Don't worry. Okay. Mary, do you have any others? Does anyone here Hussein help me out here for examples of this? It's difficult to think of phrases here. You mentioned earlier that
work stress.
Sefa, go on, sir.
Work stress.
Before you like playing football, but yeah, I think I'm sure you will benefit to like stopping. Yeah, doing this.
Like this. This is good. Sefa, can you say that again? I could not hear you very clearly.
Work stress, maybe.
Verb stress.
You mentioned earlier that you have work stress.
Yeah, so that would be here. You're going to put the previous worry, right? So I think, look, guys, you don't worry about this too much. Two sentences is fine. This is very important. Do I need to do this all the time? Everyone.
No.
No.
Every single time. No. Okay. These criteria, let me be clear, guys. This criteria is not a list of things to do every time. So what is it then? Who's saying if I should not do it every time, when should I do it?
We should use them if necessary.
Ada, I say again, sorry, you just have a bit of a bad connection, but you're
Okay. We should use them if necessary.
only. Is it PRN, guys? What does PRN mean?
When necessary. If needed.
If needed, okay. So only PRN, only if needed. Okay. So you might not need to do that. For example, maybe the patient does not have concerns. So don't do this, all right? Maybe the patient does not give any signs. Okay. Don't respond. There's nothing. Okay. I think probably B1, guys, B1, this one we do much more often than the others. Why? Why is this one more common? Why is that one more common? Asking ideas, concerns, expectations. Come on, think about it.
It's related about information gathering.
Yes, it's anamnesis.
Yeah, that's the right answer. It's connected to another criteria, right? Guys, asking questions is this one and this one. So yes, it's more common, more frequent that we do B1. Any other reason?
Explore the patient.
This one is more common.
Because usually they have worries.
Guys, patient-centered. Yeah, usually they have worries. What does it mean to be patient-centered? Heard that term before? Let me explain. Guys, look, in being a nurse, being a doctor, it's not just about talking, is it? It's about listening to what people say and asking good, open questions. Of course it is. Of course it is. Right? So this is why this one, I'm going to highlight this one. This is probably the most important one. And I don't know what you think, Amanda, but I think probably 70% of the time.
Yeah.
It's maybe more.
Oh, definitely. Definitely, yeah.
And do it. There are situations where you cannot do this. When should we not ask for concerns? Christina, Khalid, when should we not ask them for concerns? Think about it, guys. What's the situation when you shouldn't really be asking them about their feelings?
Understanding, for example.
Talk at the patient.
Somebody died.
Oh, some good answers there. So, Mary, are you saying we already understand it? Yeah. Well, guys, imagine you're talking to someone in the ER department, emergency room, and someone has just died or it's a very, very serious accident. Do you need to really ask about concerns? Of course they have concerns, right? So let me give you an example. Mary, can you give me an example of things that we might question that would be like a good B1 question?
One person just recently lost someone close, like person.
Yeah, so in that case, don't do this, right? If it's a very bad situation, then no B1. But let's imagine, Mary, it's a headache. Give me an example of what might we do for B1?
You just headache.
Yeah, what kind of questions would you ask to get the concerns and the expectations? Like, for example, one that I love, Mary, is this. Can you tell me more about that? That's my classic one, guys. Okay. Is there anything else? What can we say, guys?
Do you
Can you
have
tell me?
any idea what might have caused this?
Yeah, idea what, that's what I said before, what might have caused this? What do you think? Right? You can stress you. What do you think about this or about the treatment, the
Could you tell-
medication? Yeah,
could
that's
you
a really
tell
good.
me a bit-
Really hard. Say again, Sefa?
Could you tell me a bit more about that?
Yeah, we can say can, or you can say could you? Could you tell me a bit more
How
about
are you feeling today?
even how are you feeling today? I think is IPP. How are you feeling today? Thank you, Rima. Right. So, guys, this one is the
Can
most.
you tell me why?
Take it.
Can you tell me why, blah blah?
Yeah, that's a good one. I like why, Ada. Guys, when you say, can you tell me why? Right? It's really, you're getting their feelings, their opinion, you're giving them a chance to speak. Okay? And that's good. I don't know if you see this a lot, Amanda, but when I do one-to-ones, often one of the mistakes is the patient, the student, the nurse or doctor will start very nice, good introduction, and then they will not really ask any open questions at the start. They
Yeah.
will go immediately into closed questioning.
Yeah.
Do you get that a lot? And it just
Too often, but
okay,
yeah.
well maybe it's changing a bit, but it can
Yeah.
sound a bit controlling, right?
Yeah.
We need to be patient-centered. We need to give space for them to speak. Let them talk at the start.
And
This
literally
is
when,
how.
sorry,
Yes,
if
go on,
that
Amanda,
does
sorry.
happen, then I'm quite good at just saying yes or no. You know, some people might express themselves
Yeah.
more, but if it's closed, I'll just say yes or no, just to be the devil's advocate, you can say.
So guys, I'm going to say here, don't move to closed questions too soon. Ashley, could you say hello, Ashley Akua?
Hi.
What is a closed question? What do I mean by that?
Closed questions, a question answered with yes or no.